Am I audible?
Yes.
Don't mute, my dear girl.
There are some people who live in a dream world, and there are some who face reality. And then there are those who turn one into the other. A quote by Douglas Everett.
What a wonderful quote to start the session. We should always live in the real world, keeping our future in mind.
Of course, proper planning can ensure a bright future. To reach our destination, we need to know the path.
Exactly. This is what we're here for. Avenue 2021 is organized with a vision to help students to navigate their future and make their dreams real. The French word avenir means the future or time to come. It is a platform where the participating students will be empowered to confidently make wise career options and decisions.
Programs like Avenir 2021 play a critical and decisive role in the fulfillment of this vision by guiding and shaping the future of the youth. Each day of the Avenir 2021 is linked with a specific branch of multiple intelligence. The orange gemstone, coral, on day 4 signifies musical intelligence. Those who are passionate about singing, playing instruments, and composing music can pursue their career as musicians, disc jockeys, singers, or composers.
Good afternoon, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to wholeheartedly welcome dignitaries from the Ministry of Education, Dr. Sivakumar Manikam, Honorable Chairman, Board of Directors, Indian Schools in the Sultanate of Oman, members of the various boards of directors, CBSE officials, distinguished members of the MOE, Oman, officials of the Indian Embassy, Sultanate of Oman, Mr. Alkesh Joshi, Honorary President of the School Management Committee, Indian School Al-Wadi Al-Kabir, presidents and members of the school management committees of all Indian schools in Oman and from other schools and boards across the globe, principals, vice principals, heads of various departments, coordinators, teachers, parents, staff, and students of all participating schools. Welcome all.
A very warm welcome to all present here virtually with us for this session on day 4 of Avenir 2021. Welcome one and all once again. Your hosts for this afternoon are Kavya Warrior and Nora Shajan of Class 8 from Indian School Al-Wadi Al-Kabir.
Dear audience, it is our pride and privilege to have you all here with us on this journey of molding and carving out our dreams into reality by making the right choices on the intersection point of rising opportunity and our life preparations.
Dear audience, you're requested to fill in the feedback form which will be posted in the chat box towards the end of the session. Filling this form is necessary as it would fetch you a participation certificate. Those who have joined us through YouTube are requested to check the description box for the link to the feedback form.
Today, we are honored to have with us Mr. Kavesh Nagpal, an eminent representative of the University of Adelaide, who will discuss the programs and courses they offer. Before that, let's watch a video presentation about the university.
Located in the heart of one of the world's most livable cities and ranked in the top 1% of universities worldwide, the University of Adelaide offers the rare combination of elite academic performance and an enviable lifestyle. Home to 25,000 students and 3,600 staff from around the globe, our city campus has an unrivalled location, with green open parklands and botanical gardens on one side and a central business district on the other. Established in 1874, we are Australia's third oldest university. Whilst our history is rich with accomplishment, our focus today remains firmly on making history rather than resting on it. University of Adelaide graduates are highly regarded for their global perspective. Our student body is made up of 30% international students, and 1 in 3 of all students at the university will study overseas as part of their degree. We educate students across 5 faculties: engineering, computer and mathematical sciences, health and medical sciences, the arts, sciences and professions, which encompasses the fields of law, business and architecture. Our 1,700 research academics and 2,300 research students work to find innovative solutions to world problems and industry challenges. Our key areas of research focus are in the fields of agriculture, food and wine, defence and security, medtech and health, environment and sustainability, mining and energy, and society and the economy. 35 of our research fields have been rated 5 out of 5 by Excellence in Research Australia. And the university is ranked #1 in Australia for our volume of university industry research agreements. We are the University of Adelaide.
That was indeed a splendid video. Now I call upon our guest presenter for the session, Mr. Kavesh Nagpal from the University of Adelaide. Over to you, sir, for the presentation.
Thank you, Nora and Kavya. You guys are doing an excellent job. And thank you for welcoming me and inviting me today. I truly appreciate that. Before we start the session, I'd like to thank you, the distinguished guest, and I would like to say that you guys are doing wonderful, and you guys are the future of the world. And I wish that when the pandemic will get over, we all will be able to see a new and a better world. And definitely with the help of you guys, it's going to be much better. Moving on to the presentation at the university I come from. So this is Kavesh Nagpal. I am from the University of Adelaide, and I've been working with the university for almost about 4 years. With regards to the University of Adelaide, it's located in Australia. I would like to share my screen so that I'll be able to show you a presentation on it, if at all it's all right with Nora and Kavya.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much for reconfirming. So like I mentioned, with the University of Adelaide, we are located in the southern part of Australia. We're not too far from Sydney and Melbourne, which definitely have been more popular cities if in comparison to other cities of Australia. And if in compare to those cities, Adelaide is definitely one of the most developing cities of Australia as of now. And we are coming up with a lot of investments, not just from national, but even international as well. There are a lot of jobs coming in. If you go to Department of Trade and Investment website, you'll get to know that how South Australia is now emerging as one of the best states, and Adelaide is becoming one of the best cities and preferred destinations to study and to provide a perfect work-life balance. And considering that as of now, the stage that you are with all the students who are looking at going and studying higher education, I think it's not just about the studies, it's about the living as well that matters a lot. Where you're going to spend and invest your 3 to 5 years of your life in education. That education needs to be giving you the perfect balance, not just only about the work and your studies, but it should offer a perfect life balance. And this is what perfect blend of Adelaide that can offer to you. Uh, if you talk about some of the key highlights of the University of Adelaide, we are, I'm sorry, we are one of the group of 8 universities of Australia. So when I say group of 8 universities, these universities basically represent the education of Australia for the world, to the world. And we are proud to be one of the group of 8 universities. In fact, we are the third oldest university of Australia. And we started our university in 1874. And since then, we've been having thousands and thousands of graduates and alumni network who are helping not just to Australia, but even all across the world to make people's life better and make it much more better and livable place. We rank among top 1% of the universities of the world. And to be precise, we rank among top 108 in the world under the QS ranking and top 8 in Australia, which means that it's not just about the ranking, it's about an assurance of wherever you'll be investing your time, your money, and of course, your precious lives of 3 to 5 years of your higher education is going to be worth it. Because it's not every day we get an opportunity to study for 3 to 5 years, and then probably you get an opportunity to come across with career opportunities with the areas that you are interested in. So we need to be a little wise while we are investing our time in it. And I think University of Adelaide can be one of the worth of time and the money. And of course, it can help you to shape up the future which students are looking for. We do have 5 Nobel laureates who have graduated from the University of Adelaide. We have produced more than 110 Rhodes Scholars, which means that students who have completed their post-graduation studies with us have got an opportunity to get the scholarship from the Oxford universities and the top Ivy League universities for their PhD programs. And we are very proud of it, that students are making difference, not just in the area of one particular faculty, but all across the faculty, whether you talk about music, whether you talk about businesses, you talk about engineering, and lots of other areas, and a lot of emerging areas as well. We'll talk about it as we will go further up. We do have students from all across 100 countries and even more from the world, which means that we truly provide the diversification when you will be studying at the University of Adelaide. And I think that really makes a huge difference, especially at the level of bachelor's studies, the undergraduate studies, because that's a time when we want to come out of our comfort zone, when we are coming out of our home, and we are trying to explore what all we can do. And I think that really makes a huge difference when you get an opportunity to meet people, not just from your own community or from your own country, but even from different parts of the country as well. And that's basically, one of the bestest learning that you can get apart from the studies that you're going to have and you'll be able to study at the university. We've got exchange partners, more than 120 exchange partners all across the world. So there is an opportunity for you. If you're told you want to, let's say, in your second year, on your third year, you want to go for exchange university programs, or you want to go for study abroad programs, that options are also there. You can have, so which means that you can have an exposure not just of 2 countries, but in fact for 3 to 4 countries in just one graduation degree. And that really makes a huge difference in the overall resume when you'll be applying for the jobs later on. And and like it says that it's #1 for STEM in South Australia, I agree with it. We are pretty strong in the area of the engineering and the computer science and mathematical sciences. And these are the areas of the future. Whether you talk about data science, whether you talk about machine learning, whether you talk about artificial intelligence, whether you talk about engineering in the mechanical, environmental, sustainable energy, all these things fall under the STEM. And we are proud to be #1 university in South Australia for this particular department, apart from other departments that we excel in. Now, like I was talking about life in Australia earlier, just to add on to a few more things, we are the third most popular country for international students. And we are the second most livable cities of the world that we have been ranked with, which means that when you come to University of Adelaide, or if you come to South Australia, you will be getting an opportunity to work and to study where the people want to come in from across the world and want to have their lives over there and want to spend some time over there to get some exposure. And this university can provide you that opportunity. Along with that, we have culturally diverse and a welcoming society, which I have spoken about it already. Our programs are global recognition. So it's a global academy recognition, which means that when you study bachelor's and master's, you are not opening up your doors to make your career only in Australia, but your degree can help you to get you job across the world. We've got a lot of alumni who have got their job opportunities in Southeast Asia, in Latin America, in UK, in Asia, in Middle East. So you can definitely go back to your home country, or you can pursue your studies in Australia, and you can pursue your career as well if you are eligible for one. But apart from that, this degree will help you to open up the doors for the future for all across the world. And then it's a global account, and then with the cost of living. So when you talk about the cost of living, it definitely, for some students, it can be one of the concerns. And when you talk about Adelaide and South Australia, the cost of living is not that expensive in comparison to a couple of other states or cities or popular cities of Australia, which means that you can have a balance of your expenses and your income if at all you'll be working on a part-time basis. So that's your choice. But expenses are not going to be as difficult to manage if you're working on a part-time basis, which you will be allowed to. Then we've got high standard of living, extremely safe environment. Absolutely. And that is one of the major concerns whenever there is a survey happens every year for the most livable cities of the world. This is one of the things that they look at, the safety, and it's pretty much safe. You can roam around even in the nights. There's no restriction as such. It's much more safer. It's much more calmer. It's a very nice city that gives you a balance of of good nightlife, of a nice and healthy lifestyle, and then a perfect work-life balance, which I've been talking about. And then we've got work while you study option, which means that when you start your studies, you are allowed to work on a part-time basis, which actually helps you to build your network, not just from the university point of view, but even from the career point of view as well, because that's going to help you to get into the right organizations where you would like to work on a full-time basis later on, or probably to get yourself an internship opportunities with some of the departments where you'd like to work later on. Or maybe, let's say, for example, you have 4 years of degree of engineering, and first 2 years, you just want to relax, you want to earn, but at the same time, you want to make friends, and not just from your own university, but even from outside. Then it's a good idea to probably pursue your passion. Let's say if I have a hobby of travel, I would like to get involved into one of the travel agencies as a part-time job employee, and I'll be able to earn some money. I'll be able to pursue my interest. I might be able to get an opportunity to travel for free in the country, and at the same time, I'll be able to earn money for my living. And obviously, I'll be studying at one of the best universities of Australia, which means the first 2 years, I can actually enjoy my life along with studying, and that really helps me as a student to be able to open up, to the world, and to be able to understand how world works, how people react on different situations, to be able to prepare me when I will be ready for the job and for the career. So it's a very important tool, and if a very important area, if at all you're coming to study in Australia, it's good to come and work also, if at all you're okay with that. And then we've got high standard of living, extremely safe environment. We've got post-study work rights. Yes, it's important to have a kind of assurance that, okay, if I'm investing about 3 to 4 years of my studies in one country, if there is an opportunity for me to career over there or probably to stay back over there, and the answer is yes. If you come to Adelaide University or South Australia, as per the current norms and benefits to the students, they are allowed to apply for up to 3 years of post-study work rights after completion of the program. What it means for you is that when you come for a 3 years or a 4 years of your bachelor's degree, you'll be able to stay back for 3 more years, which means in total of 6 to 7 years, you're going to get a chance to stay in Australia, which is going to help you to kind of give you a sense of a security that, okay, I can take my life a little easy. I don't have to rush into jobs as soon as I complete my degree because I don't have a visa or something. No, if you're working well and if you're studying well and if you've got good scores, you've completed your studies within the time frame, then you will be getting an opportunity to stay back for up to 2 to 3 years, and that's going to help you to build the career and to get some internship opportunities. So it's kind of a sense of security. So the time difference of Australia versus the Middle East is not going to be more than 4 to 6 hours, depends upon where you are situated. And then you've got pursuits outside the classroom. Like I mentioned, that when you actually go outside, you make more people. You try. Life is not just about inside the classroom. It's actually outside the classroom in the environment. And that is why I've been saying that Australia, South Australia, Adelaide is going to help you to nurture those skills, to be able to make the network which is required to help you shape up your career later on. And obviously, our studies are also going to help you to give you the basic understanding and the technical understanding that requires for you to make the career in that particular department. Talking about some of the popular areas, we do have faculties. So our universities have been divided into faculties. And then we've got Faculty of Engineering, Computer, and Mathematical Science, which we call it which falls under the STEM, so to say. And then we've got some of the brilliant benchmarks and some of the brilliant works our alumni have done. We are located at the high technology Lot 14. We are located with the Lot 14 area, which means that all the companies that are coming into South Australia for the investment are actually going to help students to make their career into the various space agencies and machine learning. We have got companies from the IT, we've got companies from the businesses, from the banks, finances, insurance sector. So a lot of sectors are coming in and building their offices, their operations in a very high technology space in Adelaide called Lot 14. Our campus is just located 300 meters, 400 meters away from there. And we do have collaboration with these companies over there, like some of the government agencies, like Australian Space Agency, some of the government agencies, the Australian Institute of Machine Learning. So we have co-founded these agencies, and we have co-founded and funded these agencies as well to be able to help our students who are working in the area of the STEM, in the area of the engineering, computer, mathematical science, can help them to get some understanding of the practical work of the research that our employees or maybe researchers are doing in the organizations with the space agency, machine learning, and other professions. And then we've got a whole range of UGN programs, which has already been accredited by the professional bodies of like Engineers Australia, Australian Computer Society, Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors. These are some of the accreditation bodies which really helps you to get you into the internship opportunities very quickly. So we already have it. Now, some of the UG programs that we offer in the area of engineering, computer, mathematical sciences starts from architecture, then computers, IT, mathematical sciences. We've got engineering into various areas. As you can see on your screen, we've got architecture, we've got chemical engineering, we've got civil engineering, then environmental. Environmental is big currently. I'm sure you must be following the news that all over the world, I think the next biggest challenge after the pandemic, or while we are overcoming the pandemic, is the climate change. And that is the reason why I think if someone is looking for getting into the engineering or computer sciences, they are the people who are going to help us to make the world a better place. And that's why I mentioned when I started my talk with you that that you are the future of our world. So make sure that you invest in the right area, in the right university, in the right place, wherein you'll be able to get the foundation strong, so that you'll be able to help the world to make it better. And like I mentioned, environmental engineering is one of the areas that I really am proud of, that we offer this program, which will going to help to be able to get onto that mission of help the climate change and to be able to make this better. Get into the sustainable energy. We've got renewable energy. We've got expertise into aerospace agencies. We've got expertise into mechatronics and robotics. So we do have a lot of areas to offer to you if you have interest into it. in the faculty of ECMS, that's Engineering, Computer, Mathematical Sciences. And then coming to Health and Medical Sciences, I am 100% sure that while we are in the pandemic right now, I think that a lot of parents and students have now understood the importance of health and medical sciences. Not just the medicine, not just becoming a doctor, but there are other areas that you can try to get yourself involved into, because it is the basic necessary for the humankind. And I think that there's no better time than now to be able to understand the importance of it. So if you have interest towards health, if you have interest towards getting into the health industry to be able to help people, then I think that this faculty is for you, Faculty of Health and Medical Sciences. So some of the key areas, like it is mentioned over here, is the Adelaide Health and Medical Science building a flagship teaching and research facility is worth Australian $246 million. So forget about the money. The major thing is that our infrastructure is so important and it's so advanced that you will be able to get a hands-on experience of some of the best facilities available in the world. And that is going to help you to get your research going if at all you have interest towards it. We are located in the largest health and biomedical precedent in the Southern Hemisphere. And then just alongside the Royal Adelaide Hospital. Now, why this location matters is that a lot of patients come onto our campus along with the Royal Adelaide Hospital, which means that the students get a hands-on experience while they are studying and while they are in the third year, fourth year, fifth year of the medical studies. We do provide medicine, we do provide dentistry, we do provide other health and medical sciences program, we do provide allied whole health sciences program also, which is going to help you to get yourself involved with health sciences if at all you have interest towards it. Like I mentioned, some of the popular health and sciences programs are Bachelor of Medical Studies and Doctor of Medicine, which is, in a way, we say how medicine or how you want to become a doctor. This is one of the degrees that we offer. It's a total of 6 years of degree, 3 years of the medical studies and 3 years of the Doctor of Medicine. And it requires you to get yourself involved in a practical world of being working as an intern in a hospital for almost about 12 months, which is great. While you're studying, you'll be able to get a hands-on experience on the live patients as well, apart from the mannequins, the automated mannequins and everything that we have, that you'll be having an experience from the day one when you're going to start your studies. And then we've got Bachelor of Nursing with us. Then we've got Bachelor of Health and Medical Sciences, Psychological Science. This is one of the popular programs that we've got an understanding from the Middle Eastern area. We are getting a lot of students coming for psychological science, and I think it is in need as of now. I don't know if you have seen this survey or not, but then as per the recent survey, which I read about a couple of weeks back, it mentioned that the need of the psychologist and the psychotherapist the demand has increased to up to 280% in the world because of the pandemic we are into. So you can expect that this is going to grow for sure. So this is one of the areas that we can look at apart from the regular medicine degree, if you have interest towards it, to understand the human psychology, to understand the psychology and to implement the psychology in the area of the technology. That's what AI is all about. That's what artificial intelligence is all about. So imagine some of the areas and join the areas towards solving the problems of the world. You are then on the right track to make the right career for yourself. I know at your stage, there will be a lot of dilemmas that are going to come, whether this program is good for me or that program is good for me, but it's natural. It happens to all across the world, to all the students. So don't feel that you are the only one who are having those anxieties or who are having these issues. It's absolutely all right, and it's absolutely normal to feel that that kind of dilemma in your mind, oh, whether I should take psychology or whether I should go for engineering. It's all right. Till the time you are enjoying your subjects, you are happy with the subjects that you have taken, you should be all right with it. And I'm sure, I'm telling you, people can make a good career in any industry these days. You just need to have the passion for it. So find that. All right, moving forward, we've got business, law, and economics as well, which is professions. We call it as a faculty of professions, wherein we offer programs in the area of the businesses, how to run businesses, and then the law, how to fight for the right reasons, and then economics, how to calculate and do the analysis on the basis of the numbers. So yes, our Adelaide Business School has been the first in Australia to offer business programs as a special programs in 1901. We started our faculty, and since then we have been ranking very well. Our degrees have been recognized all across the world, and we ranked. It has been accredited by the AACSB as well, which is just about 5% of the global universities that got the accreditation, and we are amongst one of them, and we are very proud of that. And then we offer Think Lab business incubators and e-challenge startup accelerators. Let's say you don't want to get into STEM, you have passion for business and you want to get yourself involved into marketing or maybe finance or maybe anything that's going to help organizations to solve their daily problems or daily challenges, whether through technology, whether through mind, whether through marketing skills, whether through, even sorting their finances and accounts. If you have some new idea and if you want to open up a startup, you have an option for us, option with you that even if you are in the business program in your second year or your third year, you can get yourself involved into Think Lab business, or you can accept the e-challenge, come up with a business proposal. And if we see that your business has got a brilliant idea, which can help to save a lot of resources and a lot of energy and a lot of time of people, we're going to solve the problem. We will going to help you to set up that. And we probably will be able to fund you also, maybe up to $30,000, maybe up to $50,000, depends upon the business and depends upon how much revenue that you'll be able to generate from that business idea, which is great, right? So we do encourage students to come up with those ideas. We will going to help you to give you the infrastructure. We're going to help you to give you the basics of it. But the idea and the model has to be coming from you. Only then we're going to support you. So yes, we do have these kind of fancy and these kind of very supportive environment for all our students. And we understand that to encourage you what all things that we need, that it needs. And we're going to promise you that we're going to give you all the basic infrastructure, the basic education that's required to get onto that page. Coming to the next slide, we have got some of the popular programs that we offer to the students. Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Commerce, Bachelor of Economics, then we've got Bachelor of Finance, Bachelor of Laws. So yes, these are some of the programs that you can continue, you can study with us and make your career in those areas that you have interest towards it. And then we have coming to sciences. We are one of the best ones in that. And we are one of the only universities, I think, which offers programs in the area of wineries as well, viticulture as well. Along with that, we do have biomedical sciences. We've got plant biotechnology as well. We've got human biotechnology. So there is a lot of areas. We've got food and technology also. So there's a lot of areas you can try to get yourself involved into. Like I mentioned earlier, that it's not just the business or the engineering that you these days have to make your career into. There are a lot of areas, if you have interest towards it, get yourself involved with the counselor nearby. Get in touch with any of the counselors at StudyCo. They are also going to help you to understand that what all degrees that you can apply for while you are searching for the best program and the best country you would like to study or you want to study. And then we've got Bachelor. So in sciences, we've got Bachelor of Agriculture Sciences, Food and Nutrition Science, Bachelor of Science in the area of chemistry, physics, plant biology, and there are many more into it. Then we've got biomedical science, biotechnology, space science and astrophysics. That's again one of the unique programs that we offer, which not many universities offers. And then there is a lot of demand in that area also. If you have fascination towards space sciences, if you have fascination towards getting involved in the area of the astrophysics, then I think University of Adelaide is a very good place to go for it. And then we've got into animal and veterinary sciences. They just don't say that why animals are such a good friend of yours. Sometimes even if in comparison to humans, because I think that not just Australia, but all across the world, we kind of now evolving and kind of started to respecting the animals in much more better way, if in comparison to the last few years, which I have seen. And I think that it's very important for us to help the other creatures of the world to be able to feel them also safe and happy wherever they are and they belong to. And that's the reason why students who have interest towards the animal and veterinary sciences, we offer programs for them also. In fact, one of the very interesting program that we offer is animal behavior, which is basically a combination of psychology and animal studies. And it's a very interesting topic. I'm not sure many, if you have heard about this or not, but then Bachelor of Sciences specializing in animal behavior is one of my favorites because I love animals. And then obviously it really helps me to understand what exactly, animals are really trying to communicate to us in humans, and we are not being able to understand it. So it's kind of very interesting to read about a little. You'll get to know more, and get in touch with Study Code. They're going to help you to understand what exactly the animal behavior can help you. And then we do have marine biology, veterinary sciences, wildlife conservation biology. We do offer some of the other programs which can help you to get you good careers in the area of the animal and veterinary science as well. Yeah, and then we do offer scholarships also. We understand that you guys would need some kind of motivation. You guys need some kind of support. And as an international student, I think we do look forward for the kind of support that universities globally should be able to provide them. So we understand that and we respect that. And that is the reason we do offer scholarships like Global Citizen Scholarships to our students, international students who are coming from other parts of the countries. And we offer a tuition fees reduction of 15% or 30% for the entire duration of the program. So if it's a 3 years or a 4 years of bachelor's program, you'll be able to get a scholarship, depends upon your academic scores. So make sure that you score well to be able to get the best scholarships that we can offer to you. So when we say uncapped number of scholarship, we mean that there is no such particular numbers that we have for it. So which means that there's no such thing called first come first served basis. But yes, it's obviously good and always good to apply as soon as possible and as you can, so that you'll be able to get a seat in that particular program and to be able to block it. And then it's completely on the basis of your academic scores, like I mentioned. So it's academic merit-based scholarship. The more you score, the better chance of you to get the maximum scholarship that we can offer to you. It's available for our undergraduate and postgraduate programs. So definitely you can have a look into it, which program you want to study, because there are certain programs, very limited programs, but there are some minimum number of programs that we have wherein we don't offer scholarship. But otherwise, most of these programs, we do offer it. Don't worry about it. I'll show you the screen. I'll show you the glimpse of the program wherein we don't offer scholarship. And then you don't have to apply separately for the scholarship. If you are eligible for one, on the basis of your academic documents, you will be able to get the assessment from the university. These are some of the highlights that what is the percentage in IB board and A levels. Even in CBSE also, if you have got good scores, which is about 85 to 90%, you will be able to get scholarship of 15 to 30%. These are some of the programs at the bachelor's level wherein we don't offer scholarship as of now. And if we offer, there's a limitation to it, which is 50%, 15%. So if you want to click a picture, you can do it. Otherwise, you can connect with one of the counselors at StudyCo and they'll help you to get you understanding of whether you can get the scholarship or not in some of the programs. We do have an excellent support services for the students at the university. I know whether you talk about academic support, some of the language barriers, because we understand that not everyone is comfortable with the language English, especially with some of the countries where their first language is not at all around English. It's more of, let's say Mandarin, it's more of Singaporean, more of Japanese. So for them, we offer a lot of assistance, but even for other countries as well, if at all you still want to polish your skills in the area of the English, we will go to help you with that. We've got professional programs also, which is English with the bachelor's program. You can check and you can apply for those programs as well. But it's always good to get a test done, which is English language proficiency test, which could be IELTS, TOEFL, or PTE. Get your scores, and then see on which level are you. If it is possible, then get the minimum scores and get yourself directly admission at the university. If it's not there, you are missing out with 0.5 level, then definitely you can come up with the English language leading to the bachelor's program. We offer accommodation on the campus. We have got counseling sessions for the students who are feeling little insecure, who are still feeling homesick or whatsoever. Because at the stage of, or maybe at the age of 17 to 19, you tend to have kind of a lot of anxieties in your mind, and we understand that, and we will going to provide you the support wherever that's possible. We provide health support services. We've got career center with us. We've got dedicated career support services team to help you understand how you can apply for the part-time jobs and for the full-time jobs later on. We've got a lot of computer systems with us. If your laptop is crashing up, you can take it. You can maybe you can rent it out, or you can work on the stations that we have on the campus. We've got Inter Student Center. We've got PASS program. We've got Maths Learning Center. If at all, let's say you have opted for computer science or something relevant in the engineering program wherein you need to brush up your skills in the mathematical science, we run extra mathematical learning programs as per your level of what is exactly that you require, and that's for free. We've got writing centers to be able to help you understand what business communication skills is all about, even though you are getting involved in the area of the sciences or arts or engineering. Writing is one of the most important one of the most important areas that you need to have good skills into. So we're going to help you with that. So all these areas are going to help you in a way to nurture yourself, to be able to explore what all capabilities that you have, to be able to brush up the skills, and to be able to make you a career-ready person. Like I mentioned, making students career ready. So all these things are going to help you to understand how you can be ready for making and jumping onto the careers that you're looking for. We do organize career events. We organize industrial visits. We have got students. We have got alumni network who keeps coming to the campus to be able to get and motivate the students who are studying already, to help them, giving them, narrating their stories so that they can get inspired from them. So we do get your students involved into all these engagement activities, and we do welcome all the students to come in and join us. And then we obviously, our staff is very supportive in every stage of your education. Like I said, we do have a dedication career support services, which is going to help you to understand and give you career counseling. Industrial visits are going to be there, mock interviews and assessment centers going to be there, how to workshop me, and then how you can apply for the jobs, how you can manage your accommodation and your living expenses, from the smallest things to the biggest things. We're going to help you to get you in that and brush up your skills into it. And then we've got Adelaide Graduate Awards. If you're excelling in your careers, we have a lot of quizzes, a lot of projects that we offer prizes and kind of bursaries as well. So you can apply for those if you are meeting those requirements. And then we do have professional practice and graduates career readiness courses as well. So we do offer overall most of the support that you require as an international student to make yourself welcoming, to make yourself feel warm and happy while you're studying at the University of Adelaide or in Adelaide, and to get you on to the internship opportunities as soon as you're ready to face the challenges of the world and to solve the problems of the daily situations and the departments that you are being involved into. We do offer studying online because we understand that this pandemic has just helped us to understand the importance of the internet. And like, for instance, even right now also, I'm not visiting your school or the campus, but I'm sitting in my home country, and then I'm talking to you on a virtual platform. And I think it's kind of a blessing, so that we can save a lot on the time, on the resources, but still will be able to feel connected. So we do offer online studies as well. If at all you want to probably study one semester or so online, and then you would like to fly in, you can definitely come in. Or till the time the borders are not opening up, you can start your studies, and whenever the borders are open up for Australia, you can fly into Australia and you can come in and start your studies. These are some of the online learning and teaching examples and some of the options that we have. You can quickly have a look into it. And studying online is not that difficult. It's not that problematic. It's just that, yes, you need to have little disciplined outlook towards it. more serious approach towards it, and it is as good as a regular class as well. But then we would appreciate whenever there's a possibility, and if you are enrolled yourself, come down and study with us in person. We would be happy to see you and meet you in person as well. There are some of the resources that we offer while you will be studying online. If you study online, there are some reading materials available, some online quizzes that we keep online. These are the activities that helps you to keep yourself engaged with the university, and that's really important, to be able to feel engaged and to be able to feel a part of the community of Adelaide University. So yeah, that's the kind of support services that we offer to our students. Overall, before ending on to the presentation, my only thing that I would like to say is that when you think about the education, when you think about investing your time, especially at the at the level of undergraduate, make sure that you are not just thinking about the course, which we tend to, but don't just think about the course. Think about the overall lifestyle that includes in that program, in the career that you would like to study or you would like to make yourself involved into, and priorities that you have, what kind of life that you really want to lead, and then go for it. And maybe what kind of country or what university that you're looking for. What are your expectations, from the university or from that city? That is also going to really be really helpful for you to understand that whether this university or whether this country or whether this city is actually going to help me to get you those opportunities or not. Yeah, and I'll be happy now to take up any of the questions that you have so far. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was truly an enriching and captivating session. Sir, may I request you to answer a few queries which have been raised by our valued audience. I would also like to request the moderator to proceed with the question answer session.
Sure, absolutely.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Kavish.
Good afternoon.
It was a comprehensive session, and there are some questions asked by our aspiring participants in the chat box. May I, sir?
Sure. Thank you.
The very first question is there astronomy and astrophysics courses available? And what is the tuition fees for both the courses for undergraduate and master's degree?
Oh, sure. Perfect. It's a good question. So we do offer astrophysics program, space sciences and astrophysics program, like I mentioned. We offer that at the undergraduate level. At the postgraduate, we've got aerospace engineering, but we don't have the aero sciences. But if you talk about astrophysics and space sciences, the degree can somewhere cost about $40,000 approximately for 1 year. And it's a 3 years program because it falls into the Bachelor of Sciences. So it's a 3 years program, and it's going to be somewhere around 40,000 Australian dollars per annum. And at postgraduate level, as of now, we don't offer astrophysics, but we do have sciences in which physics can be one of the majors that student can apply for.
Thank you, sir. The second question is it true that cost of living in Adelaide is lower than any other mainland capital city in Australia?
Yes, it's absolutely true. And it's a very interesting question who's ever have asked. Thank you for that. Yes, we are. So I'll give you an example of it. Maybe that's going to help you to understand. So if I go to Melbourne and Sydney, especially in Melbourne, there's a monthly pass that you have to make if at all you want to use the local transport, that's metro or maybe the buses. So that pass costs anyway, we call it as a Mikey pass in Melbourne, and that costs about somewhere around $160 to $200 if you are, if you are an employee or if you are an adult. But if you're a student, you probably get about 40% or 30% of discount, depends upon which university and what kind of benefits that you have. But if you come to Adelaide, for general public like us, it's going to cost about $110 now, $110 of the pass, monthly pass, and I can use it n number of times. And if I'm a student, then I get about 50% of discount on it. So that means that pass comes down with just $50. So $50 versus $150 per month, which means you anyway going to save $100 per month. That's just one example. If you talk about the accommodation also, within the area of, so because our campus is located in the city center, so most of the programs that we offer are actually situated in the city center, which you can see on the backdrop also. So we are in the city center of Adelaide. And in the proximity of 7 to 8 kilometers, if you stay and take up an accommodation, it's not going to cost you, if at all it's an off-campus accommodation, I'm talking about that, it's not going to cost you more than $180 to $200, $220 per week, with a decent accommodation, contemporary design, newly built construction. Wherein if the same thing, if you go to maybe Melbourne, Sydney, and if you want to stay in or around the city center, it's going to cost you anywhere between $300 to $350 minimum, and that can be a very small apartment. So this actually reflects with the examples that yes, cost of living in Adelaide is much more reasonable if in comparison to some of the bigger cities of Australia like Melbourne and Sydney. I hope that answers the question.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
No worries.
The next question is, what are the marks required for CBSE student to get into medical science as an international student?
Okay, all right. So I'd like to answer this question in two parts. One for the medical program, one second for the health and medical sciences. Because it's like I mentioned in my presentation, it's not just the medical or a doctor kind of tag that is right now we need. We need people who can participate and who can probably evolve and involved in the area of the health and medical sciences and department overall. And I think that if you talk about Adelaide University, we do offer health and medical sciences. We do offer allied health sciences programs. Could be into physiotherapy as well, for instance, and it could be into food and nutrition science. Could be into health and medical sciences in general, and then you can take your specialization as per your interest, or could be into nursing. So all these programs can help you to get yourself involved and be in the area of the health industry. Now, talking about the medicine specifically, we do offer medicine program, and that requires you to score minimum of 90% and above. Along with that, we need UCAT ANZ scores, which is important for us. So that's a common test, but that needs to be from the UCAT ANZ, not the other countries, which is UK or anything. So if you're coming from Australia to study medical, then this test name is UCAT ANZ, wherein I think once in a year they conduct this test in the month of July or so. So you can start your studies and you can start preparing for that test. Once you get the results, you can come up to us along with the degree, along with the 90%, and along with an IELTS score of 7.0, no less than 7. That's what we require for anyone who is looking for getting into the medical science or maybe medicine program.
Thank you, sir. The next question is, what is the admission process as well as the fee structure for electrical engineering?
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you for that. Admission process is very simple, I think, if in comparison to a couple of other countries. I could be wrong, but I feel it. One is your academic scores. Make sure that if at all you are coming from CBSE board, then your scores are around or above 80 to 90%. It's preferred. If it's more than 80 to 85%, then you will be able to at least get a 15% scholarship. If it's more than 90%, then you'll be able to get 30% scholarship if you're coming for electrical or electronic engineering program. The fees would be anywhere between $40,000 to $45,000 per annum. And that's just the tuition fees. But then if your scores are in between 85, 90%, then you definitely can help to reduce the cost of the admission of the total academic fees or the tuition fees of that program. Could be up to 30%. And along with that, there is an application fee waiver that you can get if at all your scores are more than 80% in your year 12, and if you're coming from one of our authorized partners like StudyCo.
Thank you, sir. Is there any sports club in the university?
Oh, we do have not just one. We've got many sports clubs. In fact, Australia is the hub of the sports, and so are we. Adelaide University. Our sports club name, so we call it Adelaide or Adelaideans Blacks. So that's the name of most of our teams. That's Blacks. So Adelaide Blacks or just the Blacks. So we do offer sports, in most of the sports that we offer that are in-house, or we've got an association with the government facilities as well, wherein our students, if they enter and if they get themselves involved with the sports club that we offer, which could be into cricket, which could be into lawn tennis, which could be into badminton, which could be into many sports that we offer. And if you're associated with us, you get a lot of discounts to utilize those facilities, and to be able to get involved with those clubs. So yes, we do offer a lot of sports clubs, and you can definitely pursue your passion along with your studies.
Thank you, sir. The next question is it possible to study in Adelaide for 1 or 2 years and then choose any other country we would like to study, or the country suggested by the university?
It's a good question. It depends. So first of all, I'm not sure whether you would like to, when you ask this question, whether it's just for the reference wherein you want to get a glimpse of another country, or want to just get maybe into student exchange program or study abroad program that we offer, or you're looking for credit transfers to another country. I'll explain both. One is that if you told, let's say for example, we have this program called Bachelor of Business Global, wherein you have 6 months, 1 month to 6 months of option wherein you can go to another country wherein we have partners with. Let's say most of our partners are located in Europe. And so you can go there, you can study over there with the similar tuition fees that we are anyway you're gonna pay to us, and the accommodation will be taken care by us. It's only the airfare and your own meals and your living expenses that you need to take care of. And you can go there, you can study over there, get an understanding of that country, complete one semester or complete a couple of projects, and then come back. That's one option, so that you'll be able to get a glimpse of another country's culture also. The other option is that yes, like I mentioned, because our university has highly recognized, and you can definitely study maybe 1 or 2 years, and then you can apply to another country if you want to. But in most of the cases, what I have seen as from my experiences, that people, when you start your studies in Adelaide, and especially coming from from any of the Middle Eastern countries, I think you would start liking that country, and you would not really want to move to another country, because Adelaide has to offer so much. Than what I don't think so that maybe a day would be enough for me to explain you what all things and what all areas that you can really explore if you are in Adelaide or if you're in South Australia. So yes, but yes, you can definitely get some credit transfers if you're looking for moving to another country after Adelaide University.
Thank you, sir. The next question is, can you throw some light on art and designing courses?
Oh yes, absolutely. I'm so sorry I didn't talk much about it. We do have arts program, we do have designing program with us. Mike, sincere apologize for that. But then yes, I'd be happy to talk about it more if at all there are any specific questions that you have. We can definitely do a chit chat later on that, and I'll be able to explain it. But then as of now, I would love to tell you that yes, we do have creative arts with us. We've got liberal arts with us. We've got arts with the languages as well. So there are a lot of programs that you can get yourself involved into. In fact, our Faculty of Arts is one of the best faculties of arts that we provide in overall Australia. So which means that you'll be able to make your career as well. We've got music also that falls into the arts. We've got sonic arts. We've got music engineering. So there's a lot that you can do in the area of the arts as well, along with other programs that we offer.
Thank you, sir. Does the university offer hostel facilities?
Oh yes, absolutely. We've got some beautiful, amazing accommodation options for the students. And I think if you want to ask me, I would definitely recommend you as an undergraduate student, and if at all you have never really got an exposure of Australian or Australian culture, then you should come down and stay in one of the student accommodation that we provide. Because that's going to help you the initial time to get acquainted with the city, with the right place, with the right mindset, and with the like-minded people like you, because they are all students are going to be around you, not just in the classroom, but even the outside classroom as well. So you're going to feel more secure. You're going to feel more that, okay, I'm not just the one who's sailing through those dilemmas or those challenges. The other student or my friend is also sailing through the same boat. So you kind of feel more happiness around that, and then you'll get more lively environment in that. We do offer on-campus accommodation. On-campus accommodation can be a little on a higher side if in comparison to the cost of it, but it's worth it because it includes your furniture in the room. It includes your you have your separate room over there, so there's no sharing as such until you don't want it. There's no sharing. We do provide you a separate bed or separate room. It's just sharing bathroom could be there with one person or two people, depends upon what level of accommodation you're taking. But we do have your own accommodation. We've got some amazing facilities over there. We've got gymnasium in it. We've got so we've got two sections. We've got one with the urban nest, who are taking over our accommodation. That's very new and very fancy. They've got which has got beautiful infrastructure. And the other one is Adelaide University accommodation. We got it as an Adelaide village, wherein it's not a village; it's a beautiful place. And it's got a lot of facilities even in that as well. In fact, I usually prefer Adelaide Village over Urbanist, because Urbanist feels like you're staying in a five-star hotel, wherein Adelaide Village makes you feel more of a home, wherein people are very friendly. It's all more of most of the university staff or the students are going to be there. So I think it's really interesting, and it's going to cost you anywhere between $280 or $280 to $300 per week to $350 per week, depends upon which accommodation you're taking. That's excluding the food. Rest everything is covered. Your electricity bill, your Wi-Fi bill, your water, everything includes in it.
Thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful session. You've been patient enough to listen to all our questions and answer.
No problems at all.
Thank you very much, sir.
No problems at all. Thank you so much for inviting me. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are truly grateful for your relevant, valued, and patient answers to all our queries. I'm sure the participants are enlightened and have got a true picture of the prospects available for them at your esteemed organization. Audience, please remember to fill in the feedback form.
Thanks, Nora. Thank you so much.
As we
Thanks,
have come to
Kavya.
As we have come to an end of this session, I would like to take the privilege to put my appreciation and gratitude on record. It is my pleasure to propose a vote of thanks. On behalf of Indian School Al Wadi Al Kabir, the organizing team, and the entire audience, let me first express my profound sense of gratitude to His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq Al Said for the magnanimous benevolence showered on the Indian diaspora in the Sultanate of Oman. May the Almighty shower abundant blessings on His Majesty and this peaceful and prosperous country of our residents.
We extend heartfelt thanks to our eminent speaker, Mr. Kavesh Nagpal from the University of Adelaide. Thank you, sir. The session was truly informative and enlightening. It opened up new vistas in front of us. Our deepest sense of appreciation and gratitude to Dr. Sivakumar Manikam, Chairman, Board of Directors, Indian Schools in the Sultanate of Oman, and other esteemed members of the board and honorary directors in the Board of Directors, Indian Schools in Oman. Thank you, sirs and ma'ams, for your inspiring presence and guidance at all times.
We are indeed grateful to our platinum sponsor, StudyCo, gold sponsors, Jain Group of Institutions, Grey Matters Academics, Vellore Institute of Technology, and Sri Ramachandra Institutes of Higher Education. Bronze sponsors, Middle East College, Oman, Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology, Dallas Baptist University, and MIT World Peace University, Pune. Our digital marketing partner, Spectrum, and our media partner, The Arabian Stories, and valued donors.
Our sincere thanks to Mr. Alkesh Joshi, the Honorary President, Indian School Wadi Kabir Management Committee, and other members of the committee for their overwhelming encouragement on all occasions. I also wish to take this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude to our Tower of Strength and Fountain of Motivation, our beloved Principal, Mr. D.N. Rao, Honorable Principals of all the participating schools in the MENA region, Vice Principals, Assistant Vice Principals, Coordinators, Supervisors, and the entire teaching community of all the participating schools for their support, guidance, and active involvement.
I wish to thank each and every student and parent for their valuable presence in making this Global Career Fair Avenir 2021 a grand and mesmerizing event. An event of this kind requires the coordination of a committed team. My earnest and heartfelt thank you to my ISWK team behind the scene, working tirelessly and making Avenir 2021 a tangible reality. Last but not the least, I thank Almighty God for making this session a great success. Thank you all. See you soon for the next session. Please check the Avenir website, avenirroman.com, for details of further sessions. Take care and have a good day ahead.